We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents? Well,
all the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. Hope you patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Hey, welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Hey, guys, real quick, I want to give a shout out, believe it or not, to Rumble. This show is actually being sponsored by the Rumble Wallet. And hey, just to let you know, guys, they can freeze your accounts, shut off your cards, and lock you out of your own money overnight. Banks don't protect you. They control you. That's why real financial freedom starts with the ownership. And now we're introducing the Rumble Wallet. It's a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control. Now, with Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy a digital currency like you might see out there like Bitcoin or Tether. You can actually own Tether Gold, which is real gold on the blockchain. Through Tether Gold, you get a direct ownership of physical gold bars, each one fully allocated, verifiable by a serial number, purity, and weight. This isn't paper gold. This isn't an IOU. This is real gold without bank vault, storage fees, or gatekeepers. You can buy, sell, or even move it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That's the power of all of this. And it's pretty freaking awesome on that as well. Again, you can go check it out. Get the Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer, outside banking system. Hey, no permissions, no middleman. And it's yours absolutely forever. So there you go on that. Yeah, let me see if I was trying to. I think that's what we were looking for right there. There we go. Okay, cool. So there you go, wallet.rumble.com. And yeah, it's pretty freaking amazing there. All right, go ahead and get that off there. Cool. Okay, so moving on here. How's everybody doing? I see a lot of people are in the chats. Hello. Good to see everybody. I know they are putting a little bit of a delay on everything, so just bear with me as we kind of navigate through this. They do this every single time, but we'll get through it. There you go. Okay, cool. All right. So, hey, this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. It's to PatriotPartyNews.com, folks. We are more than just a website. We are a full functioning badassery Patriot broadcasting network, broadcasting around the world 24 freaking 7. Hey, don't forget, folks, there's ways to be able to support us here at PPN. Obviously, first order of business, donate now, donate to the cause. Resources, we're a very good steward of them. We've always been. We understand that times are tough for a lot of folks, just like us. But more than ever right now, we need your help to get through this so we can get the truth out and keep people on the right path versus the wrong. The right path versus them losing their mind. The right path so everybody can be unified and going in the right direction versus splintering off, which is what they want. Folks, the way that we've been able to accomplish that is by going to join.patriotshoot.com. Join.patriotshoot.com. Now, let me explain to you why this is so important, boys and girls. Number one is there's a lot of bullshit on the internet. Propaganda's everywhere. Everybody's trying to get your attention. Everybody's got clickbait out there. What's real? What's not? What's happening? Oh, my God. Who's good? Who's bad? You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to go to Patriot Shoot, so you get rid of the confusion and get you some clarity. Check out our state groups. Check out our voice chat platforms. Check out the RV chat humanitarian projects room. Oh, yeah. We got a prayer room 24/7. You got something on your heart? You'll get it out. You want some prayers? You want a prayer chain? Oh, my goodness. We got it. We all need some God in a time like this. Can I get an amen? Folks, Join.Patriot Shoot has it all. But more importantly, it's a truth-telling machine designed to guide us through what's happening right now. Also, folks, we have some other partners here as well for Q Broadcast, obviously LT360, Cardio Miracle, Hunter's Blend Coffee. Oh, yeah, I had about 7 cups already. It's awesome. Amazing. Java is my personal favorite. And then, folks, if you have not gotten your communique off platform, state-of-the-art, next generation communication system off grid with PPN, you might want to go and do that. Go to skycomptt.com. skycomptt.com. And what you want to do is click on Shop Now. When you click on Shop Now, look at this. You want to be a part of PPN's off-grid platform? Just click this red button that says PPN on it. Booyah! Right here. We have groups set up within this and global as well. I would recommend for those that are out of the United States, you need a global card so you can connect with us. We got a lot of folks that are receiving the new upgraded radios, communiques tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Some of you might have already gotten it today. Yeah. So just to let you know, you don't need any type of a certificate. How about that? I'll get it right in a second, by God. Okay, everybody's texting me. I'm trying to keep up with everything here. But by God, here's the thing. You want to talk to us, get the freaking radio. That's it, period. There you go. Let me move on off here. All right, I see Dallas is in there. God, Lord. Help me, Dallas. Help me. Help me.
I don't know what word you were trying to say.
Man, I'm just trying to figure out all this stuff because some good things happen for PPN. Let me explain. So I was able to actually figure out some things with Rumble, communicated with Rumble directly, actually, and was like, hey, what's up with this? And so I started just really voicing my opinions and everything. And come to find out, I don't know what's going on, but let me tell you what is going on now. They're hooking us up and showing us some mad love. So I just want to say, believe it or not, shout out to Rumble. Thank you so much. That speaks big dividends for us and what we're trying to do as well. So pretty excited about that. But let's see, are those radios using, Chaz? I don't know. Call the 800 number there. They'll tell you. That's my job is to connect the dots. I don't know all that stuff, but they do. So just call that number and they'll hook you up on that. So whatever I guess you're needing there. Oh, man. So there you go. Trying to figure all this out here. Well, I guess I'm going to do a couple of things first, Dallas, before we step into what we're about to step into. I don't know if you had opportunity, but I'm loaded for bear based upon everything everybody's put in there. We'll just go through it one by one. All right. So I'm just going to give a disclaimer on today's show. Viewer discretion, please be advised. You're probably not going to agree with everything, and that's perfectly fine. We all have our own minds, our own points of view, and some of us have got the pure hardcore facts. And so just understand, this is the show that we cover everything, the good, the bad, the indifferent, and it just keeps things in line. So, all right, let me go ahead and get set up first. This is something I want to cover. Just got put into the admin chat there. Breaking news. Australia is now preparing for the eclipse. Hundreds of gas stations in Australia are completely out of fuel and diesel. And we're hearing this from some of our viewers and whatnot in Australia. I asked this morning on the Coffee with Chaz Dallas to Nurse to Recover. I think she's in the chat. I was asking her. She was explaining they've got long lines to the gas stations. Grocery stores have long lines as well. Yeah. There you go. That's starting it off, man.
Now, what's crazy, Chaz, is that 50 years ago, Australia was producing its own oil. I mean,
that's right.
And for whatever reason, they stopped, and now they're only importing, and they are bone dry. I mean, probably by the end of the week, there will be almost zero gas on the continent of Australia, from what I'm reading.
What's going on in Texas, big dog? I was asking this morning. Is that a refinery that's on fire?
It's our singular refinery in the United States. We talked about this yesterday, right? We're building the second one, the first one in over 50 years, and as we spoke yesterday, the one refinery in Houston blew up and has been on fire since yesterday. So now, inside of the United States, we have all the oil in the world, but we can't refine it. If you can't refine it, you can't use it. And what's what's the most crazy thing? That's not even proper English, but the craziest thing, Chaz, is that there are oil refineries blowing up all over the world, not just the Middle East, all over the world. Almost like there's a global cabal trying to destroy our ability to travel freely and travel, drive our cars and fly in airplanes. I mean, I'm not making any overarching assumptions, but it sure feels like it.
All right. That's it all adds up, man. It all adds up with the way this is going. Yeah, this is something we were talking about for a good little bit too. Mysterious hum heard across several states as residents report vibrating homes, sleepless nights. I'm here to tell you this is 100% true. I've experienced it. So many others. This has been a topic of conversations in multiple households. This is kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some people thought it was ringing of the ears, by the way, just to let you know, but it was actually
I've had that too, man, for the last week and a half or two.
Yeah.
Get that long, sustained hum, pitch in your ear.
Or is it the hum of freaking meteorites like flying across our sky there? Yeah. Look at this, the past 3 weeks. And then there was another one again, I think, this morning, believe it or not. But this is talking about March 3rd, 23rd, 17th, all the different ones, 2nd, 21st. It's interesting. So it's been active over the skies for the past 3 weeks. Meteor sightings reported from New York to Ohio to Texas to California. Even just last night, that's what I was talking about, was reported over southern Michigan, Northwest, and Ohio too. Well. Cuba restores power grid after latest blackout. So they just finally got their lights turned back on. And man, I couldn't get to this clip fast enough, big dog. And by the way, don't worry, after this is when we're going to get down. So, but I figured I'd get everyone prepared first. This is a little bit of appetizer right here. Check it out. This is pretty wild.
Why do you think the president's
By the way, I should have said it's Joe Kent and Levine from the Levine show there. Check this out.
Why do you think the president said he never really remembers you that well? He never really met with you that often. Is that correct?
Well, the president meets with so many different people. I mean, he knew who I was, but by no means was I a primary advisor to him on a daily basis. However, in terms of determining the threat level that Iran posed to our country, I was a key part of that process. So that was very much in my purview.
And he rejected your view?
I don't think he rejected the view. I think he may have chosen to go a different direction. And I think the vast majority of intelligence and information that he received was given to him to paint a picture that Iran was on the cusp of developing a nuclear weapon, which just simply was not the truth. And also, as Secretary Rubio said, there was no imminent threat coming from Iran against the Americans.
Well, you know, he corrected
that. There was an imminent threat coming from the Israelis who were going to attack. But that's actually the truth.
Okay, hold on. We're going to do it. We're going to do it honestly, one point at a time.
Had observed, the Iranians had observed an escalation ladder. They hadn't attacked us under President Trump.
Can you do me a favor? And I don't mean to be rude. Can you talk a little more slowly? I'm having trouble hearing. Take your time. Go ahead.
Sure. When President Trump came into office, the Iranians knew that President Trump wanted to get a deal. They observed the escalatory ladder very carefully. They stopped having our proxies attack us like they were attacking us under the Biden administration. And they got to the negotiating table with us about the nuclear agenda. When the 12-day war kicked off and the Israelis started that, the Iranians still didn't attack us.
All right. We have to take a break. I'm going to circle back on some of your comments here, and then I have some other questions. I appreciate you being here. We'll be right back with Joe Kent.
I'm shocked that
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
What kind of interview is that?
It was an interview. It was I can't believe Mark Levin had him on his show, because Mark Levin is, I mean, you know, according to Mark Levin, he and Trump are best friends. And Trump is the first Jewish president in history. Again, according to Mark Levin. So don't get pissed at me. I'm not the one that said it. Mark Levin said it right next to Trump, and Trump said, "Yep." I'm shocked that even happened, but he wasn't going to let him disparage Israel, and that's when he started interrupting and cutting off the interview. I'm shocked that he let him talk at all.
So then let me just ease on into this, because this is going to be a bit interesting there. All right. So 5 minutes before the president announced a halt to attacks on Iran, someone placed a $1.5 billion bet on stocks going up and dumped $192 million in oil. Someone in that room picked up a phone. Within minutes, they made more money than most Americans will earn 1,000 lifetimes. This is not the first time. Every major announcement from this administration has had massive suspicious trades right before it dropped, tariff reversals, policy shifts, war decisions. So, we look at that and what we just said. And then you look at this. This is a screenshot that from what you sent me. And you were saying, hey, check it out whenever there's a major announcement, how it spikes or it goes down, and someone knows how to coordinate this.
Yeah, that big, huge line going straight up.
Yeah.
That is the stock market right after Trump made the ceasefire announcement, or shortly after Trump made the ceasefire announcement. But what the chart doesn't show is that those were like individual people. You know what I mean? Like the entire economy, that the whole world didn't get rich. It was a very specific group of people. And I'm not making the claim that Trump is colluding with the people doing this, but I'm just saying it's very suspicious that it keeps happening. Big sell-offs and big purchases, and in this case, huge bets on these betting sites that now you can literally bet on Anything.
Bro, so traders placed a $580 million in oil bets minutes before Trump's Iran post. There ain't no such thing. Man, come on. That's it. This is being reported, by the way, investing.com. So it's not just us just saying this or Dallas just saying this, because Dallas will tell you this morning when he brought this up, I said, we got to have proof to back this up on what's happening. And I asked Angela and some other folks, and they jumped in there and they said, oh, my goodness, look, it's talking, look at this. Around 6,200 Brent and West Texas Intermediate Futures contracts changed hands between 6:49 a.m. and 6:50 a.m. New York time. And the FT estimated, based on Bloomberg data, the trades occurred about 15 minutes before Trump's 7:04 a.m. post stating there had been productive conversations with Tehran, to end the war in Iran. That's pretty detailed.
Yeah, and again, this is not a political article. This isn't a political magazine. This is a financial magazine, and they're just they're reporting facts. These are facts, right? And again, I'm not necessarily claiming that Trump is complicit and that this is a big scam on Trump's part, but people
somebody in the room with Trump made that bet. Come on, we got to use common sense and discernment. Come on.
Well, right. I mean, we pointed out where Barron Trump made $60 million in about 15 minutes buying oil right before an announcement was made, right before the attack. Eric Trump and Don Jr. have made hundreds of millions of dollars buying drone companies and securing a singular drone contract with the government. Right before his dad, their dad signed an executive order banning Chinese drones. Now you have, we had an event last week where Trump made a similar announcement of remember when Trump came out and said, we won, and the stock market skyrocketed, oil prices went down. And then, 15 minutes later or an hour later, whenever they realized that was a bullshit statement, prices, the market dropped and oil spiked back up over $100.
Let me ask you the question that everyone's asking right now. Okay. Like we've said before, and we've heard this time and time again. Well, that's just smart business moves. But here's my question. How is this any different from Pelosi? And here's another thing. Is there anything to say that the president or his family or anybody that's in his administration can benefit from this? Is there anything saying they can't? And there's something? I figure there would be, but I guess not, right?
Well, I mean, technically there's not. That's what they're trying to pass laws to make it to where you can't invest in the stock market. You can't buy stocks in companies if you're in congressional service. Right now, that doesn't exist, right? Okay. It's supposed to be an honor code, right? You're just not supposed to do it, even though you have insider information. But if you're going to tell me that Barron Trump and Don Jr. and Eric Trump are just good businessmen and they're savvy, well then you can't blame the Pelosi's for buying the land, using a government grant, mind you, to buy the land that the speed train is on, selling it for twice the money, and then using a government grant to buy it back to sell it again. Hey, that's just good business. That's smart business, right? You can't complain about senators and congressmen and women quadrupling their net worth because of insider trading, and then say, "Well, with the Trumps do it, it's okay," right? It doesn't.
Shirley is saying research a little bit about Barron Trump that is proven false. I think it's in the public sphere for anybody to go look up. You can actually look it up. I would encourage everybody. Anything we're saying, go look up, and you'll see where it pulls it up. So that'll end all of that. All I got to do is go online and plug it in there.
He had a heck of a spike in his net worth.
Yes, he did. Hey, Mr. Poole is chiming in. We're not the only ones asking questions about this, ladies and gentlemen. We all are. Seriously, this is what Mr. Poole said. They didn't listen. We told you the war was financial. We told you the deadline was for bankers. We told you about the 1,437 accounts. Now the proof is on every single screen. 14 minutes. That's the window. 14 minutes before Trump's announced pause. A 2.1. Every time I'm hearing a different figure here, but this is what Q is saying. Mr. Poole is saying, excuse me. $2.1 billion bet was placed. Not a guess, a certainty. The 500 million on oil falling, 200 million on stocks rising, all before the world knew. All perfectly timed, all perfectly executed, and they're calling it suspicious activity, unusual trades, possible insider trading. This was not a trade, it was a transfer of wealth, planned, coordinated, executed by the same people who wrote the script. They didn't just know the war was ending, they knew when. They knew the exact minute, they knew the exact words Trump would use. This is not a leak, this is a system talking to itself. The deep state placing its final bets before the table is flipped. They are not just stealing money, they're stealing your reality. They create the war, they create the peace, and they get rich on both. But this time they were caught. This time the world is watching. This happens when the people realize the entire market is a rigged casino. Ooh. Mr. Poole on that one.
Yeah, and again, I'm not bringing this up because I want to bash Trump and his family. It is peculiar to me. And people are, you always say that and then you bash them. Like, no, that's not my intent, right? And my intent is I'm just asking questions that don't make sense. Somebody said, well, they're not in Congress. Well, it's still insider trading. If you're connected and you have information about world events, whatever it is, and you're making business deals and investments based off of that insider information that nobody else knows, it's still illegal. and you can't. This is what the cognitive dissonance I was talking about yesterday is. You can't say, well, what these people did is bad and illegal, but when this group does it, oh, that's just business. That's good business. That's being smart. No, if it's illegal here, it's illegal here. Like, that's the problem. If it's not ethical, let's take the word legal out of the picture. If it's not ethical here, then it can't be ethical here just because it's a different name of a family or it's a different party, right? If the Democrats can't do it, the Republicans shouldn't do it. If the Republicans shouldn't do it, the Democrats shouldn't do it. That's what I'm talking about, and it's just it's astonishing to me, Chaz, that what I learned a long time ago, Chaz. What is it?
They're all looking at this. I mean, we're not the only ones talking about this, and I'm telling you right now. I guess for those. I'll be real with you. This pisses me off something like you wouldn't believe because it's not fair for me and my family. And I think a lot of you should feel the same way. I mean, the rich keep on getting richer, right? While you continue to struggle. You know, we hear it so many times and times again. How's Social Security working out for you? Not too good, is it?
Well, where are the Doge checks?
Can go and do that. I mean, come on. Let's
where are the Doge checks? Where are the what are the things we're charging on imports? Tariff. Sorry.
And why am I not talking about this in the press, Dallas? If they can go and locate something minute, this blows my mind. Even though this is already on the internet, how come this is not being reported?
because they own the papers, Chaz. And like both you said it should piss you off no matter who's doing it, because the rich are getting richer on our backs. They're taking our tax dollars and they're shipping it all over the world. They voted to send more money to Israel, more money to Ukraine, but yet they won't open the TSA. They won't open. They'll
increase our gas prices.
No, damn straight. And I mean, you were right. It's going to be $10 before too long.
Hey,
especially with
like my post, man, assless chaps. You're gonna see people, like Mad Max. It'll be crazy.
but where are the Doge checks? Where are the stimulus checks? Where are it should piss you off. They're making, and whoever they are, I don't know who they are. I mean, I have ideas, but
well, I'm gonna tell you, it can't be that many people because they have easily 2.1 billion to mess around with. That kind of limits who it could really be. Let's be honest, and let's put on our thinking caps, boys and girls, because I'm telling you, it may not be something you want to hear, but it's somebody in that freaking administration that's in that Oval Office because of the timing, because of the net worth, and obviously because of the size of the bet. The end. Come on.
Yeah. But instead of getting mad at Chaz and I, why don't you get mad at the source? And I'm not saying it's Trump, but I'm saying that our government is screwed up. It's compartized. And
I doubt there's any Democrats in the room. How about those apples? Just being real, okay?
Yeah.
That narrows it down. Trust me. And then, by the way, while all this is going on, Nebraska's burning to the freaking ground. That's nuts. Here is an aerial video. Look at this. Check this out. This is Nebraska.
And Hawaii is floating away, Maui specifically.
Man, I saw that. Man, I saw somebody's backyard. It looked like a waterfall. I mean, big time water. That's a trip. And then you got all these mega million gazillionaires like Zuckerbucks and Tate brothers too that have building bunkers.
Yeah,
big time bunkers right now. They're as fast as they can.
Well, and then the CEO of Palantir moved their headquarters out of Colorado, but he bought a huge chunk of land, which used to house a monastery, but he now controls the majority of the natural water rights in Colorado. One person controls like something silly, like 80% of the natural.
Get the mineral rights, get the water rights too. It's all a scam, man. It's all a freaking hustle on that. I saw this earlier. Philippines declares national emergency right now. They're dealing with Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos declared state of national energy emergency on Tuesday. Today, risk domestic fuel supply and energy stability created by the Middle East war. So, yeah, and it is. I'm hearing it's 100% contained as well. Now, at one point,
it isn't. I talked to my dad.
You know, it's not.
Yeah, I talked to my dad yesterday, who lives in Nebraska. As of yesterday, they felt like they had it about 80% contained, but then there was another fire that blazed off kind of north of Lincoln. But they were hopeful that they could get it, under control today, if not tomorrow. But it's still burning, man. It's he told me 800,000 square acres, and unfortunately, I mean, there's only been one casualty that I'm aware of. But that's all grazing farmland, right? I mean, it's where our cows graze. Anyway, sorry. What's this?
Oh, you're good. So this is Cuba before they turn back on the lights. This was at 1:00 this morning.
Except that hotel.
Yeah, the hotel's got power by itself. Isn't that weird?
Because it's a 5-star hotel.
5-star hotel, yeah. They got their own.
Everybody else is in the dark.
And then this is right before, I guess, they turned it back on. So what it looked like. Cray. Hey, what about the Strait of Hormuz, man? This was kind of cool. This is being reported by RT News. By the way, they finally got their account back on X. I think they got kicked off. So check this out. There you go. It's the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, the only ships that are getting through are the ones that are partnering with Iran and selling and trading oil in Chinese yuan. Those are the only ships getting through. But yeah, we destroyed their entire military, and they have no ability to defend themselves, except they're still holding the Straits of Hormuz. Yeah. And they're continuously bombing Israel, but they're out of missiles because we destroyed them all. Like, again, that's the cognitive dissonance. Like, they're not telling us the truth, Chaz.
Well, this is good news for people that have money and can invest. This is bad news for people that are just trying to pay their bills and make it through. And this is right now the 30-year mortgage rate jumps back to 7% for the first time since August of last year.
You're right, Anakin. It was by Ogallala. That's where my dad lives. But sorry, I misspoke, Lincoln.
But
so back up to 7.
Yeah. Tell me, man.
I'm
seeing more houses going up for sale than I ever have since, 2008. It's looking like 2008, and you got to be, cognizant of what's going on. I think everything will get back to normal potentially, maybe in about 5 years, maybe. It'll depend if we go back in time to 1985 and get Connor, and then we'll be able to get them back to Skynet and save that, and we'll be good to go. And mortgage rates will be great then. You know what I'm saying? But no, I doubt it either. Okay, that was a good thought though, right? But I thought this was interesting too. Breaking news: Delta Airlines announced that it's suspending its special desk service for members of Congress until the TSA is fully funded. I didn't know this. So very interesting here. Atlanta's Delta Airlines announced this week that it is suspending its standalone service for members of Congress until the TSA is fully funded. And it says, due to the impact on the resources from the longstanding government shutdown, Delta will temporarily suspend specialty services to members of Congress flying Delta. The statement read, next to safety, Delta's #1 priority is taking care of our people and customers, which has become increasingly difficult due to the current environment. A spokesperson for Delta told the AJC that House and Senate members will now be treated like flying passengers. Good, according to their SkyMiles status. In other words, just like you and me.
Which they should have been the whole time. But I sent you that thing or you sent me something last night about how they voted to, because Senator Kennedy had a bill or proposition to cease funding to congressional members as long as the government was shut down. And of course, the Democrats overruled it and voted to cancel that so they get paid. What a bunch of dirtbags. And that's what I said yesterday. Trump should, I don't know how it works, but there's got to be a way to do it, right? There has to be. Trump just comes in and says, nope, we're cutting off all government spending until you jackwagons get your crap together.
And you have to understand, too, the Fed is not part of the government. Okay, Fed is its own separate entity. A lot of people ask, well, how come Trump ain't going there and fire him? Well, because he's not part of, unfortunately, the government. Yeah,
the Fed has nothing to do with the United States government or the United States as a whole. It is a decentralized central bank. It's headquartered in Puerto Rico or something like that. But there should be a way to just cut off all funding, right? Like, ain't nobody getting a check until you jackwagons get your stuff together. But
amen on that. Israel trying to legalize pedophilia here. The age of consent in Israel is 16 for all genders, but now can be as low as 14, provided both parties consent and have a 3-year age gap or less.
Boy, that sounds just like California, Chaz. They've already passed that bill in California.
Unbelievable.
That makes my skin crawl, Chaz.
Rightfully so. It's people crazy. Things are nuts. Breaking: Rothschild Bank has searched in Paris as a part of the Jeffrey Epstein child trafficking investigation. They're trying to find probably some missing files. That seems about right there, right? Yeah.
Again, Chaz, people being held accountable and arrested for being on the Epstein list everywhere around the world except for here. I don't get it. I don't. And the fact that I read sometimes in the comments that people are like, why are you still talking about the Epstein files? Because they're satanic, pedophile, cannibalistic, raping, brutalizing, eating human beings. Those are the people in charge of our government. And until they are held accountable and removed from power, Ain't none of this stuff fixed it. Like, again, it goes back to the cognitive dissonance. You think that somehow, somewhere, somebody's going to flip a switch and all of our debt's going to be erased. We're going to have a new currency and all the bad people are just going to suddenly disappear. No, it's got to go in stages. People need to be held accountable. It has to be public. Like, and I get it. It's a military operation and we're not supposed to know the military. I don't want to know the military's plan. I just want to see people being held accountable when it is blatant. You and I have seen, and everybody watching us, you've seen the emails, you've seen the videos, you've seen the pictures.
Yeah. Right.
Like, and I can look at it and go, oh, that's Prince, Andrew. Like, obviously it's Prince Andrew. Like there are men and women. Obama riding in the boat with the little kid, like tucked under his arm, right? There is undeniable proof of wrongdoing and co-conspirators, and not one the DOJ isn't doing jack squat on any of them. Where are the 500,000 the 500,000 sealed indictments? Don't you think 10 years later, a couple of them could have been unsealed and some people have been held accountable?
We all know what's happening, and it's just a means to an end. We just got to progress through this and pray there's going to be some arrest. Because I'm going to tell you right now, no one is going to forget. Okay, I think that for some crazy reason, they think that they can bombard us with so much. That just gives us more resolve to know really what they're hiding. That is really what it comes down to.
There are people in our chats. Yeah. There are people in our chats, Chaz, questioning you and I why we keep going back to the Epstein list. And that I don't get. I don't understand. Somehow that makes you and I the bad guys. Well, we agree to disagree, because I think anybody that's on that list, and I'm going to cuss. I'm not going to use a big word, but I don't give a shit who is on that list, Chaz. If they did bad things to children and women specifically, but if they are on that list for being a part of any of that, even if they were there and they didn't take part, but they saw it and didn't say or do anything about it, you are guilty and you need to be held accountable. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't. Well, I'll leave it at that.
Overall, they all need to put up or shut up is what they need to do on that one. Dallas, appreciate you as always, brother.
Heck yeah, buddy.
All right, man. We'll talk to you. See you. Bye. Cool. Hey, another one in the box, folks. Listen, real quick. I want to bring this back up here so you guys can take a quick look at this. Hey, here's a little inside scoop that many of the creators out there are talking about behind the scenes, when it's actually one of the reasons we've started really connecting back with Rumble. They made a super chat, creators, for us so we can get paid immediately without any fees whatsoever. YouTube, Twitch, up to 50% in fees. And you tip the creators like you've tipped us, and we sure appreciate on that. So this platform takes zero fees from out of that and nearly sends us 100% of what you guys do to help us in the super chat, and also with the different things from Tether and Tether Gold stables. The tip will show directly with our Rumble chat, and I'll do my best to give everyone a good read on this and what's going on. And also download Rumble wallet in your phones there. And like I said, you can go to wallet.rumble.com, or you can download the app directly from the app stores. It's seriously, what an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy. Again, shout out to Rumble for making this disruptive technology. And there you go. Go to wallet.rumble.com, or you can scan the QR code on that. Cool. Awesomeness. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. And we'll see you tonight. Take care. God bless. See ya. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your states at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.